Hello and welcome back, everybody. So in today's video we are going to be talking about projectile heroes. So those are your projectile DPS, right? So projectile DPS are the following: Junkrat, Hanzo, Genji, Pharah, Mei, Torbjorn. Okay? Is all of them? Yes, right. Projectile. Now, what projectile means is that when you click, there is a delay between from where you shot and when the bullet lands. Most of the projectile guys do a shit ton of damage when that bullet lands, but there is a delay. Genji's is delayed because he's throwing stars and they go tick tick tick, tick 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 tick. You know, so one might hit you, but the other two might not. You can skip them. Hanzo has got his arrow. You get Hanzos that are ridiculously accurate, where they get really good at reading where you're going to go, so they aim there and kill you. Junkrat spams little grenades that have a travel time to get to where they're going, and then a time to explode once they arrive. Mei has an ice dart that she shoots that takes time to build up, and it takes time to get to the target once you let go, once it shoots. Torbjorn, his gun is a tick, 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 and all of those take time to travel. They all take time. Pharah, when you shoot her rockets, it has to fly to make an impact on the target. So these are what are considered projectile DPS. All of them do a metric fuck ton of damage once they land. But that is a moment. When they land, it looks spectacular. When they miss, it looks spectacular because it's a very spectacular way to miss, you know? Junkrat is very, very good at breaking shields. Hanzo, Genji, not so much. Pharah's good at breaking shields. Mei is, well, yeah, somewhat good at breaking shields. Torbjorn, he can break shields, but for different reasons. So what we're going to do is we're going to go from Junkrat to Torbjorn and just talk about these heroes and what they are and how they play a little bit. I am going to be doing detailed videos on the heroes. You guys can sound off in the comments to say who you want detailed videos about first. It's going to be 101 videos. So this is the character, this is what they do, this is how to play them, and then you can grow from there. So Junkrat, the mobile character, he has these landmines that he throws that he can explode. Anything that's near it will get shot up into the air or shot away from it. If you're on top of it, up. If you're next to it, it will shoot you to the side and up. So he's good with moving a team's pieces. So if you had to think about a team that you're playing against as a chessboard, Junkrat is that. He's a knight. He can get around. You know, he can move in L's. Let's put it that way. His main gun is very effective at doing damage. Very, very, very effective. You get hit by Junkrat bombs when he shoots at you. You know about it immediately. There's no delay in the fact that you're getting shot at. He's got another ability where he throws a trap down. So if you run into that, if you're a Reinhardt, you're going to get stuck. And you're going to be there. Even if you're charging, you're going to hit that. You're going to just go tick. And that's it. Then the enemy team is free to shoot at you. Anything that gets trapped in there is about 2 seconds that you're stuck in this trap. But 2 seconds in Overwatch is an eternity. You die. So that's Junkrat in a nutshell. He's very good at moving around the map. Very effective at that. He actually falls into another category as well, but we'll talk about that category a bit later. Then you've got Hanzo. Now Hanzo has an unlimited bow. So he can go pew, 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 pew the whole day. Doesn't have ammo. He just shoots arrows. The whole time, there's unending amount of arrows that he can shoot. He's got an E that is a rapid fire. So then instead of pulling and having the charge build up to shoot, it goes pew, 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 pew. You get 5 arrows that you can shoot like that. He's also got what is called a reveal arrow or tracker arrow. So if you see an enemy teammate, you can shoot this into him, and wherever he goes, he'll reveal the rest of his teammates in a short little area for 3 seconds. His main shooting is literally just you drag. The longer you build up, the more accurate the arrow is going to fly. The damage ramp doesn't change that much. It does change, but not that drastically. But if you want most effective, you have to do those short shots. Moving on to Genji-san. Now Genji, I put him here because he is projectile. His throwing stars do take time to travel. But he is the epitome of a flanker. He is going to be in another category when I talk about flankers, but for now he's here because it takes time for his shit to travel. He has a dart forward. If you are low health and his dart forward kills you, it immediately restores and he can dart again. So Genji mains are just jumping up and down and around the map the whole fucking time. He is easy to counter, but a lot of teams panic when a Genji plays well, so they don't counter him. Kind of sad. Mei is really good at countering him. Brigette's really good at countering him. Moira is good at countering him because he can't stop her damage. So there's a few people that really can just annoy a Genji. But further than that, that is Genji in a nutshell. He throws throwing stars, and his right click is he throws 3 throwing stars at the same time. So then they spread out, almost like a shotgun. So if you close range to somebody, you right click because you're going to hit them with 3 at the same time. You'll eat through somebody's health. We'll go now from left to right, so we're going to go to Mei. Now Mei is so close to being a tank, it's not even funny. She has an ice wall that she can put up. She can entomb herself in an ice cube that she does not take damage. You can't get her out of the ice cube, and she restores health. Her ultimate ability freezes everybody that stands inside of it. Her normal left click, she squirts her ice juice on people and they freeze. If you freeze, you literally stuck there. If she just keeps shooting her ice at you, you'll take tick damage and you will never get out of the frozen state. You're just stuck there. Her right click is a projectile. Like I said, that is why she's in this list. That takes time to build up and takes time to get to its target once it's shot. Very effective at hurting heroes. Mei is one of those people that can irritate the Widowmaker as well because she can shoot her from the other side of the map as Widowmaker can shoot her from the other side of the map. So Mei is quite effective at that. And if a Widowmaker shoots back, Mei just goes into her ice cube and the Widowmaker's not going to get that kill. But she is a very, very, very good character to master. Early on, get good at her. You're going to do well in games. Then you've got Pharah. Now, Pharah is squishy. Pharah is very, very squishy. She's got a rocket launcher, which is quite cool. So she shoots these rockets that do a shit ton of damage when they land. She's got a E, which is basically like a pulse grenade. So when it lands, it pushes everything near it, so you can push people off the map. You can push them out of objective. You can push them into an ult. So if you get good at Pharah, you can really ruin another team's day. If you're playing Pharah and the other team is not countering you, you're gonna do well in that game. I guarantee it. You're gonna do well because she is just that effective. She is honestly that effective. Her ult is a massive launch of rockets. If she's Ana boosted when she goes into her ult, anything underneath her is going to die. I don't care who you are, what you're doing, you're gonna die. Sigma can counter her by absorbing her entire ult, which just gives him 400 HP extra. or by throwing his shield at her face. When she's ulting, she's literally having all those missiles that she's shooting explode in her face. And she does do damage to herself. So those grenades, those missiles exploding near her, kills her. So Sigma is very effective at annoying Pharahs. So just keep that in mind. If you're playing Pharah, watch out for Sigmas because they can ruin your day. If you're sneaky with Pharah, you can land some really cool ults. I've done it a couple of times where you have people in a choke point and you Pharah behind them with the Pharah ult, and that's just a team wipe. Because it is that much DPS, and if it's in a small contained space, it's like you murder everybody. But then again, I've also seen Pharahs one just about to pop their ult and a Widowmaker snipes them out of the air. So Pharah is one of those ones you use her ult when the opportunity arises to do so. Don't just willy-nilly go, you know, you're gonna die. Then we go on to old Torbjorn. Now Torbjorn has gone through the ringer. He's been reworked from the ground up. And he's actually become a very, very effective hero now. He used to have to put his turret down and then he has to smack it with a hammer until it goes to T2. Now when he throws it down, it is theoretically a T2 turret immediately. It does a lot of damage. It is very good with taking care of Traces, Pharahs, Doomfists. Pretty much every flanker that you could possibly... Sombras... that you could possibly think of are going to have a really bad day trying to push an area where Torbjorn's got the angle, right? Because he can throw his turret one side, he can stand on the other side. That is a lot of DPS from one guy. So theoretically, if you have a Torbjorn that plays well, you are playing 7v6. That's if you have a Torbjorn that's playing well. If you have a Torbjorn that's shit, you're 5v6. Because Torbjorns are squishy, so if they're not played effectively, they just die. They don't really benefit the team anything. But if they play well, his ult can cut off choke points because his ult is a like lava. Throws lava, thermite, basically, all over the ground, and you don't want to stand in the tick damage in that is insane. You're literally gonna just melt. So Torbjorn, he's a good player or a good hero to use if you're going to take the time to use him effectively. So in a nutshell, guys, that is what Projectile DPS is. That's what it's about. Junkrat, his ult is a tire. It is called a tire. Where he can drive it up and over everything. It's no limitations on how you can get to an area. Does a shit ton of damage when it explodes, but it is also very squishy. It's got 100 HP, so pretty much anybody can melt it. Onso's ult, he is the original irritation of Overwatch. He can shoot his ult from one side of the map to the other side of the map and kill anything in between. Then you've got Genji. His ult is called the Dragon, and what happens is he becomes a bigger pain in the ass than he already was. So he starts doing an excessive amount of DPS. Like, more than what is needed, if I'm honest. And, yeah, he can literally wipe a team. Very, very simply, he can wipe a team. But he's also one of those heroes that if you get good at him, teams are going to like you. They're going to like you a lot. But don't overextend, don't underextend. You need to play Genji very, very, very effectively. But in the next video, I'm going to be talking to you guys about flankers and what flanker heroes are and what they do and the way they do it and why you need to use them and the way you need to use them. So look forward to that. Again, if you guys have any questions or comments or anything that you want to say, maybe advice for me personally, I'm always game. Sound off in the comments. Let's start a conversation. Let's start standing together as the Overwatch community. But until the next video, guys, please, if you're new here, hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Till then, bye bye.